Hey, wellness crew, and welcome to Yoga with Jenna, session 22. I cannot believe that we're already there. Super exciting. So, today's going to be another free flow, and it's going to have a mix of higher intensity and lower intensity. And I'm excited about it. So, I hope you are too. Now, I'm also going to be incorporating a little bit of like regular exercise movements into this, and we're just going to kind of yogify them, if you know what I mean. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and or follow. You can turn on notifications so that way whenever there's a new video out, you will be the first to know. And also, please watch my videos to their full duration, just so that way you can get the most benefit out of them, as well as you can help me with my metrics. I'll be real with you, I need some help. I need some help with my watch hours. All right, guys. So we're going to begin with our sun salutations. We're going to reach our hands up nice and high. Inhale, swan dive forward. Exhale into forward fold. Walk our hands forward into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Tuck our toes underneath for downward dog. Lift our left leg up. Hold. Release. And our right leg. Hold. And release. Step one foot forward. The other one meets it. Forward fold. And slowly roll up. Have to get my hair out of the way. I just love having long hair, damn it. All right, so I'm going to be changing it up just a little bit because, as you know, we have done multiple versions of the sun salutation. So pay attention. Breathe in. And swan dive to forward fold. Exhale. Step our right foot forward into crescent lunge. Bring both your hands down to the mat. Bring that leg back so that way we can be in plank. Bring that other leg forward. If you didn't use your right leg, then now use your opposite leg into crescent lunge. Bring both hands down, back into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And I'm sorry if my hair gets on the mic because I know it makes a noise. I apologize, guys. And we're going to tuck our toes underneath so we can get into downward dog. Lift our right leg up and hold. And release it down. Our left leg up. Hold. And release it down. Now we're going to step one foot forward. The other one's going to meet it. Forward fold. And slowly roll up. All right, awesome. Okay, We're gonna go ahead, bring our hands up and inhale. And exhale, forward fold. We're gonna walk our hands forward into plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And tuck our toes underneath for downward dog. We're gonna lift our left leg up. We're gonna hold. And release. Our right leg up and hold. And release. We're gonna step one foot forward. The other one's gonna meet it. Forward fold. And slowly roll yourself up. All right, awesome. All right, we're gonna inhale with reach our arms up and swan dive into a forward fold. Exhale. We're going to walk our hands forward to have our right foot come forward so we can get into that crescent lunge. And we're gonna bring our hands down, bring that right leg back, step that left foot forward, and into our crescent lunge. Bringing both of our hands down, bringing that left foot back into plank. It really helps when you squeeze your glutes as well, okay? All right, chaturanga, upward dog. Tuck our toes underneath, downward dog. We're gonna lift our right foot up, heel high to the sky and hold. And release. And we're going to bring our left foot up, our left leg up, excuse me, heel high to the sky and hold. And release. We're going to step one foot forward, the other one's going to meet it, forward fold. And we're going to slowly roll up. Awesome. Okay, so let me fix the mats. Because OCD never dies. No, I'm just kidding. I just like when they're, touching. I have come to understand that, yes, this one's longer than the others. I've come to accept it. So see, I'm doing great. All right, we're gonna do lunges, okay? Crescent lunges, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna be doing alternating. So step one foot forward, get into that lunge position, raise those hands up high to the sky, but while keeping your shoulders down, okay? Now, I'm going to step my left foot forward to meet the right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a reverse lunge, crescent lunge, same thing. And I'm going to have my right leg come forward and step up. Now, you can do it another way where you kind of are, instead of going backward, right, like I'm doing, where it goes the opposite way, but I just don't like how I feel balance-wise. So I prefer to do it this way and to do them in reverse. All right. Now, why are we doing all these lunges? Because summer's coming up. And whether you're in a bikini or in trunks or in a one piece, it's nice to have our thighs looking good. Also, we're getting warm. One more on each side. Whoa. All right, awesome. So from there, we're going to go into prayer twisting chair. So we're going to bend our knees a little bit. Your feet can be completely touching. Oh my goodness. These need to be completely touching. Oh! It's like, Jenna, you're messing up the yoga. Shut up. I know. Okay, so your feet can be completely touching or not, but they have to be close together. Knees are bent. Have our hands in prayer pose. And we're going to start with going to our left hand side. Coming back up to the middle and switching. Up to the middle and switching. Up to the middle and switching. And our elbow is on the outside of the knee that we're on, okay? Or even your upper thigh. Whatever works best for you, whatever twist works best for you. Middle. Middle. Very good. All right, so from there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into a plank, but just to do a chaturanga, an upward dog, to go back into child's pose. And remember, I want your head on the mat. I want your butt as close to your heels as they possibly can be. I only don't because then I leave makeup residue all over these things. And I'm talking about putting my head to the mat. All right, coming back up into a plank, just so that way we can go into chaturanga, upward dog, and spreading our knees and coming back into child's pose. Remember I said this was going to be a mix of chaturanga, upward dog of high intensity, spread those knees, and low intensity. And just one more. Chaturanga. Let's hold upward dog for just a moment. Our pelvis should not be on the floor, okay? And spreading our knees and coming back into child's pose. All right, perfect. All right, we're gonna come into a little circuit. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with cat-cow. So that would mean our head and our butts come up. And as we exhale, we let our head dangle and we let our back arch, okay? So cat-cow, doing that flow, we're gonna do that first. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So again, this is challenging our balance a little bit. Okay. Then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to do the reach, but then bring our opposite knee and our opposite elbow together and reach back out. We do the reach, opposite elbow, opposite knee, then reach back out. Okay, so that's going to be the flow. So let's start with cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, perfect. From there, we return to tabletop. Now we're going to do our balancing. So with this one, we have our palm nice flattened down, and we want to have our heel, like we want to have our foot flat, not pointed. We're going to have it pointed for the next one, okay? Now flow with your breath. Two more. Last ones. All right, now we're going to go into our reach. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, reach back out, and switch sides. Very good. All right, so from here, instead of doing child's pose, I want you to scoot back if you're too far up on your mat. And we're gonna do puppy dog instead, okay? So our hips are over our knees. If you're super flexy, and you can put your chin on your mat to look forward, please do. Very good. All right, coming back into tabletop so we can do cat-cow. Y'all are doing awesome. All right, let's go. All right, now we're going to extend our opposite arm, opposite leg with our foot flat. Very good. Now remember, we're going to do our point and reach. Opposite elbow, opposite knee, point and reach, and back into tabletop. 2 more. One more. All right, very good. Now making sure that our hips are over our knees, coming into puppy dog. All right, very good. We're just gonna cycle through that twice. Don't worry. All right, we're gonna do my silly favorite, or one of them. We're going to do the yoga twerk. So, almost like a sumo squat, right? That's how we're gonna start off. Our feet straighten out as we come up, and then we come up straight back, just like as if we were doing a good morning, but in reverse. Okay? So, sumo squat, butt up and out, and reverse good morning. We got 4 more. Just 2. Alrighty, awesome. Sorry, gotta fix my mats a little bit. Okay, very good. All right, so from there, we're gonna do a new balance pose. I don't even know how good I'm gonna be at this because I have not practiced this before this video. I rarely go over stuff when it's a free flow yoga. But basically, the gist is, and I don't remember what it's called either, I'll be honest. So we're gonna bend one of our knees. Just do it with me. So, okay, we're gonna bend our right knee, okay? Then we're gonna bring our left foot over. So it's almost like a standing pigeon. And ideally, you would have your hands in a prayer position. Why? Balance. The other way that you could have your hands is up, almost kind of like in tree, or if you want to have it like in chair. It doesn't matter to me because I don't remember what this pose is called. So it's cool. And just don't forget to keep on breathing. Do not hold your breath through any of these poses, okay? All right, we can straighten out that leg. Now we're gonna come and, like I said, when I bend my right knee, I already had my toe. I was already on the ball of my foot on my left foot. So now I'm on the ball of my foot on my right foot. I'm going to come bring it over, kind of like when we're doing a supine pigeon, you know, when we're doing that stretch. And then bringing our hands together, bringing our hands to tree or tree, however you feel like that move is for you, or into a chair, whatever works best for you. What I really love about this pose is that it's targeting our glutes. And if you fall there at home or there wherever you are, like not fall, like fall, but if you topple a bit, do a side, need to step out, that's totally fine. Just get back into the pose. All right, now we're gonna do it again on each side for a total of 3 cycles, okay? And really also try to ground your feet into your mat. I should have probably said that before. It's like super important. I was just like, oh, I'm so excited. I love yoga. Oh. All right. Straightening that leg out and switching sides. Oh, yeah, I did that incorrectly. There we go. I was trying to rush. Didn't want to fall. I felt it coming. All right. And again, guys, you can totally change up the hands if you would like to. I just find like this is the most grounding position for me. Another one you could do is the half eagle, right? So ideally your hands would be like that, but that's another variation. All right. Switching sides again. And then just try not to have your knee go too far past your toes, okay? Try to keep it between your ankle and your toes if you can. All right, and switching. Also, quick question. I did 2 videos, a meditation and a yoga video, that featured music. Will you guys let me know in those videos or in this one if you prefer having a little bit of music to listen to, or if you prefer it just my voice and the water fountain? Just let me know. All right, I don't know how many times I said, but we're gonna do it one more time on each side. Oh, see, when you don't do the positioning, I do deal with short-term memory loss because of medical procedure that was done to me. So if I ever like mess up on the counts or mess up on stuff, it's not from lack of trying to do the right thing. That's why. Okay. Switching sides for the last, oh, see, I almost didn't do it again. And grounding your feet into your mat is so important. But sometimes even I have a hard time, right? Because our weight distribution can be a little silly, especially when we have our knee bent, our ass out. But this one is for the ladies. That's what this is who it's dedicated to, is to all the ladies. All right, very good. All right, so from here, we're gonna come onto the ground. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna do our legs up wall, okay? So all that is just holding our legs straight as we can. You can have some bend in your knees if you would like. And having your palms on the mat, right? So you have that extra like grounding. So all we're doing is holding our legs up. Now I could start with the easier version, the less confusing version, but I think I'm gonna go a little bit hard. Okay, so what I want us to do is we're going to do 2 circles with our legs, okay? Actually, that's where you should inhale. All right, now we're gonna go the opposite way. So inhale. Seven, very good. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna bend our knees, bring our feet to the floor, and we're gonna do a little flow of bridges. So coming up, bringing our back up off of our mats, squeezing our glutes, and then coming back down, flowing with your breath, or flowing with me, whichever. All right, now from there, we're gonna go ahead and open up our knees. We're gonna have our palms facing up. And we're just gonna take a few deep breaths. From there, we're gonna bring both of our knees in towards our chest. So it's the knees to chest, but it's the stretch, okay? All right, from there, we're going to go ahead and extend our legs upward, legs on wall. And really, what is this targeting? Our abs. All right, we're gonna begin our double circles, okay? Are we ready? Let's go. All right, and now we are going to do those circles in reverse. So breathe in. All right, very good. Now we're going to go ahead, bring our feet to the mat, have our knees nice and bent, have our palms on the mat, our arms nice and straight, so we can squeeze our butts and get our back up off of the floor for our bridge. All right, very good. Now what we're going to do is open up our knees, turn our palms to where they're facing the sky, and take a few deep breaths. All right, bring our knees back together. Now we're going to put our hands behind our the lower part of our upper thigh so we can do our knees to chest stretch. I should have added some knees to chest though, for real. I was like, no. I'm not going to do that. Not yet. All right. So from here, we're going to do all this one more time. Okay. So legs up wall. And you can always make the circles that we're going to do. As you noticed on the second round, I made mine larger. But that was just because I felt comfortable doing so. If you don't, keep them small. It's totally okay. There is no judgment here. The fact that you're even doing this, I am so almost cussed really bad. Whoopsies. I am so effing proud of you, okay? For real. All right. So from here, let's do our circles. Remember, breathe in first, and then as you're doing your circles, that's when you're exhaling. All right, now we're going to do it the opposite way. You ready? Inhale. All right, very good. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our feet flat onto the floor with our knees bent. We're going to have our palms grounded on the mat so that way we can do our bridge. Now, You do want a little bit of space in between your knees. Okay, so in case I didn't show that earlier or didn't mention that, yes, you do want space. Okay, so coming up, squeezing our glutes. This is where we exhale and inhale. All right, very good. Now we will bring our feet together, our knees together, so we can open them up nice and wide. Have our palms facing the sky, so that way we can be in that receiving position for all of the positive energy. And if you watched the meditation video, then you know all about the iridescent high frequency energy. And that is what we are riding on today. All right, going ahead, bringing our knees back together and bringing our hands to the bottom of our thighs so we can bring our knees in for knees to chest stretch. All right, awesome. Oh my goodness. I broke a sweat. All right, awesome. Okay, we're gonna do a bounded pigeon. So let's start with our right leg first. So our right leg is gonna be over our left leg. Let me move back and get all up in my sweat. And we're just going to come and reach forward. All right, from here, we're going to slowly come up. We're going to bring our hands into prayer position. And since it's our right leg over the left, we're going to go ahead and bring our left elbow into that right thigh. Okay, so wherever you can reach, wherever's comfortable. And if you can turn your head and look up, you can do that if that feels comfortable. If it doesn't, you can feel free to just look at the direction that we're facing, which should be the right. All right, very good. We can release that. We're going to switch our legs and go and fall forward. All right, we're going to slowly come up. Go ahead, put our hands into that prayer position, and we're going to be turning to our left. So we're going to be putting our right elbow on our left thigh. This is called twisted prayer pose. All right, awesome. From there, we're going to go ahead and extend our legs nice and straight. We're going to reach up, and we're going to go ahead and fall forward into a seated straight leg forward fold. So I used to watch The Office like a lot. And I was thinking about the episode that features Dwight's super desk because Jim was gone. And hopefully people know who these characters are that have watched The Office. If this is not relevant to you, I'm so sorry, but I felt the need to share. And so basically what Dwight does is he combines him and Jim's desk. And it just keeps on hitting me every single time I look at these mats. I keep thinking about that episode of like the super yoga mat, which honestly is just like, you know, my way of making like a super large Pilates mat. But I love The Office. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of The Office. All right, we're gonna come to standing for the last time, okay? And I'm gonna show this from different angles just so that way you can kind of see the arms nice and clearly. But our feet are facing forward, nice and straight. We're gonna be coming down. It's a straddle, right? We're gonna have the back of our hands interclasp if you can do so. Okay? So if you're already in the position, please stay in the position. But just so that way you can see, the hands are, I mean, the fingers are bound in together, okay? And then we're letting it drop as much as we can. So that way we're not only stretching the back of our legs, but we're also stretching our shoulders and our upper back, our biceps as well. And then try to relax your head. I have a bad habit of doing that. Try to relax your head just like in forward fold. Forward fold really taught me like, oh, okay. Relax the head, relax the neck. And bringing your hands back to the back of your lower back and slowly coming up. All right, guys. So we're going to do Shavasana, of course, which I always talk through. All right, so ideally having your palms facing up so you can be in that receiving position. And just taking nice deep breaths because you did it. You completed another yoga routine with me, which I love you for. Thank you, thank you. And I remember like way back in the day where sometimes I would just like watch a workout, like not a tape, but I guess like a DVD. I mean, obviously I was around for VHS, but watch like a DVD and then not really do it and kind of just be priming myself to get ready to do that. If that's what you're doing, then there is no shame in that. If you're watching so that way you can learn the moves, so that way you feel more confident, there's no shame in that at all. I completely understand. But the great thing about all of this is that I make it to where it's not too difficult. Um, Challenging at times, yes, but I always try to balance it out. And even if one session is a little bit rougher than the other ones, like I know that there was one where I went, I was like, we're gonna get a workout. Um, we're not gonna progressively get harder and harder and harder and never go back to kind of more like the beginning, um, easier, slower stuff. It's just like I told y'all. Any session that ends with a 0 and a 5 is a mobility session, which, yes, that means, doing holds of certain poses. But the other thought too was doing something like maybe with the ones that end with zeros being more of a restorative yoga. And if we do like the zeros being the restorative, the fives being the mobility, maybe that'll be something better to balance it out. And then we still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we still have 4 to do what I love to do, which is, the free flow yoga. I think those are the best routines that end up happening are the free flow. If you didn't watch the meditation, that I don't know if it posted yet or not, anyways. So, but by the time this is posted, it will have been posted. The meditation was really good, and I highly encourage you to watch it. I believe it's session 20, because I was able to get caught up a little bit on having the meditations and the yoga be closer in number together instead of having it be, I think they were 4 apart for a while. But the majority of them are guided, and I really love doing them, because I know how healing meditation is for me. And of course, I also do my own private meditation. um, and I'm trying to work up to, if I can wedge it in somehow. I do want to be meditating for an hour privately every day. Like I said, I've been reading a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza, so he's got theories that are really interesting. I like them. Okay. Whew. Coming out of Shavasana for me. If you want to stay in it, by all means, feel free. I just feel like this was a great session. I got a bit of a sweat in, but it could just be that it's humid. Because, where I live, it's humid. A lot like Missouri. Hey, cousins. So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. And I definitely appreciate all of my new subscribers. Oh my gosh, I feel beyond blessed, like beyond. I'm so grateful. Um, And I am responding to most of the comments. There's some comments that I have had to delete, just for certain, like there's been various reasons, but there's some comments that I have had to delete from people. But there's some that are still kind of on the verge of inappropriate, and I respond to them because, you know, I think that it's better that someone be told, like maybe they just don't know, like that they're coming off a certain type of way that isn't acceptable to me. And being, in my feminine energy and knowing what my value is, I'm not going to be accepting, certain kinds of comments and certain types of things. If you're not happy, you don't have to watch. Also, if you're disliking my stuff just to dislike it, like, okay, but just that's such negative energy. I would rather you just put it out in a comment than put a dislike, but I can't control everybody. um, Anyways, back to everyone that's been subscribing. Again, thank you. I feel super blessed. Thank you to people who have been watching my videos in their entirety. I, again, feel super blessed. Thank you for listening to me. I want to say thank you to JP. He knows who he is. You are one of a kind, and you made me cry. So it meant a lot what you did. So thank you, JP. You're the best. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Wellness Crew, and I will catch you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.